Is there a difference in like data collection in the United States versus Germany?
Mm-hmm. I did like very small, like 10 minutes research, just to find the right words,
Okay.
and the rest will be like from my perspective, from my eyes, how I see it and how I feel it, because I have some American friends in here, and I've heard like some stories about like all these um let's say data privacy topics
Okay.
in the United States. So um wait.
He's drinking his water. He's getting ready to say something profound.
Yeah. So if we are talking about data collection in the United States and in Germany, um I would say that Germany is way more advanced, and in general United European Union
Mhm.
way more advanced in terms of data privacy, data security, data processing, and stuff like that. So basically, for businesses, um, there are plenty of legal requirements, like very strict, like cookies policy, secure transactions on all the levels, like
This
from
is
a
Europe right now you're talking about?
sorry.
This is Europe you're talking about right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
Europe, exactly. uh, and very strict laws for data saving, data processing. I mean, there is such a thing as GDPR. It's very popular. I guess everyone in Germany knows about it. It's General Data Protection Regulation. Since 2016, it came up, and basically there are like that's the main law about data privacy in Germany.
Mm.
There are different concepts of and different states that are in this law, but the main are I've written them. It's wait, yeah, that's lawfulness, fairness, and transparency, uh, purpose limitation, data minimalization, accuracy, storage limitation. That's the most important part, that you cannot store data for, I don't know, for 100 years of a person. It can be stored like I think not more than 10 years or 5 years or something, then it should be deleted. And if you don't do this, that's bad for you, definitely. Data security and accountability. That's like the most important state of this law. You can read about it. I mean, of this regulation. And if we are talking about Germany and German data collection, I guess it has to do a lot with because I'm by birth from Belarus, and my grandparents have seen the word child, like the Second World War and all this Nazi regime and Stasi, and it's kind of common topic here in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also something that influenced data privacy and data collection in Germany, especially. Yeah. So Stasi is like East Germany secret police that were, looking for people, and there were some specific agents who were literally tracking people's movement. Okay, this time he went out of his home, this
Mm-hmm.
time he came back, this time he eats, this time he sleeps, this time he, I don't know, reads a newspaper. And I guess in Germany it was like one agent for per 160 or 66 citizens in the East
Really?
Germany. Yes, that's crazy. And that's a horrible number, actually. I mean, the horrible ratio, 1 to 166. So, and there is a very good movie I really highly recommend you. One of my, not like one of my favorite documentary movies, The Life of Others. Amazing. Just give it a look, and you will, and I guess with this movie you will understand why Germany is so advanced in terms of data privacy and data security. It gives you really a nice overview of what happened in this Stasi times and Nazi regime and stuff like that. And after that you understand why it's so strict and so advanced right now in Germany. So yeah.
Interesting. So this is also an example of using historical data to make new judgments or decisions for the future, right?
Exactly. There are also some statistics to my mind that in a Nazi regime, people, not people, but Nazi officers and other Nazis exploited like private official registers of a people in order to send Jews to concentration camps. So basically, they revealed all the data they had for all the citizens, and just in order to kill a number of people. It's crazy. And that's also where we are talking about historical data and why it's important and how you can draw some conclusions. And if you are a creator, you can definitely be way more creative if you know these facts and you know these statistics and data. Yeah. I forgot to mention about the United States, and for me it's a bit difficult to sum up everything, but I would say that in the the United States seems way more concerned with the integrity of data as a commercial asset, just in business terms.
Yeah.
While the European Union with this data regulations has firmly put individual rights before the interests of any kind of business.
Interesting.
And that's the biggest differentiation for me. And that's what we were talking about like on the last episode. And yeah, the biggest difference in my eyes. I mean, probably there are some of them.
So when we're talking about commercial assets, like the data is looked at as commercial assets, like thinking like how far is where's the line as far as like data goes of
I guess
like too personal or too, I don't know.
I guess I know what you mean. So in like it's the matter of definition, like what is personal data, and personal data is nothing else as your birth date, for example, your name, your surname, your occupation, like everything that belongs to you and only to you, and it should be only like your something that really yours. For example, if we take like an example of non-personal data is, I don't know, if you take a humidity sensor connected to the computer and send the data from the sensor to, I don't know, to kind of hub somewhere in the cloud, that's non-personal data. That's something that, just sensor. And for example, I'm pretty sure this GDPR regulation is not cannot be applied to this kind of non-personal data. But if a company retrieves your data, and that's where we're talking about all this social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, where you put your personal data, your videos, your face,
Yeah.
your, I don't know, your messages. That's also your personal data.
Mm-hmm.
And it's absolutely prohibited to track it here. Like it's so strict with it.
But in the United States, it's completely open.
I'm yeah, that's where we're talking about commercial assets. Somehow a good friend of mine told me like that really insane. Once you are talking about I don't know, some that you came up with the idea to paint something, and you need like canvas, oils, and some brushes.
Uh-huh.
20 minutes later, you get perfect advertisement on a Facebook that you get brushes, canvas, and oil like 20% sale. That's crazy, huh? That's that I almost didn't experience here, like in Germany.
So you don't get it. Like there have been times where you're having a conversation with somebody without, you're not typing it on Instagram, or you're saying it, and then all of a sudden an ad shows up
So
somewhere and you're like,
sometimes,
whoa.
sometimes it came up, but I tried to use, you know, secure messengers, like for example the Telegram, and the wasn't, I guess, a single case where they revealed, like, you know, personal data such as messages or I don't know, some personal information. And yeah, after my university I'll delete WhatsApp, for example, just because of data privacy. I don't want to get any advertisement, or like I don't want to know that I don't want to share my data, like that I'm came up with the idea to draw something with a Facebook. I don't want to do it. And for me it's something that really like crucial, like it's important, very
Yeah.
important. And that's, I guess, the biggest difference. Like there are individual rights here, and there's more commercial assets and use in the United States.
Interesting.